Hello friends, this is Ganesh. This is my video number 2. In this video, I am going to talk about CDS views, the basic of CDS views, how to create a simple CDS view on top of your HANA system. Hope you might saw my video 1. There I just explained what is my idea of the entire session, what are the technical areas I'm going to cover from the SAP side. So here, let me go to the next one. Here, this is the overall idea of today's session or today's video. I'm going to create a simple CDS on top of HANA, and while activate, I'm going to see the same thing in data dictionary, and I'm going to call the CDS view through my editors. It can be your program or a function module or any type of class. Now, I will take step by step. First, I will just walk through about HANA Studio. Currently, I'm having a HANA Studio tool. Either you can use HANA Studio or Eclipse, but Eclipse is a lightweight application, so preferable is Eclipse. If you have, go ahead with the Eclipse. The look and feel is same in HANA Studio and Eclipse, so there is no much difference. So you can start working on HANA Studio, and immediately you can switch over to Eclipse as well. So there is no difference. And I will walk through the HANA Studio, like what are the perspectives are available, which perspective is suitable for creating a CDS views, what are other perspectives are available, what is a quick view. I just walk through about the HANA Studio. Then I will show you how to add a system in your HANA Studio, then create a user defined package and start creating a simple CDS views. And I'll show you the step by step in while creating a CDS view. And finally, I will show you the same CDS as can be visible in your ECC system as well through SE11 or SE38. Okay, so let me open my system. So this is my remote desktop where I have HANA Studio and I have SAP is for HANA system and ECC. So this is a rental one which I'm using for my practice. So here I have SAP HANA Studio, I have Logon Pad and Lumira. So where we are able to connect with our CDS views. We'll see one by one. And today we're going to see about SAP HANA Studio. As I mentioned in my first video, so there is an add-on for Excel. It's called Analysis for Office. It's for Excel. So your CDS views can be consumed in your analysis for Office as well. Okay, so everything I'll show you. So I have a agenda or curriculum like how we have to proceed with CDS views. So we'll go one by one. Start with the simple CDS views, input parameters, and go ahead with accessing the same input parameter CDS views from SE38 program, AMDP, and what kind of different SQL functions we can accommodate, how we can avoid loop and read with help of SQL. So everything we can see. And this is my HANA Studio. So here I have already included my ECC systems over here. It has database is a HANA database. So here what I'm doing is I'm going to create a CDS view. So before that, this is the HANA Studio. I already mentioned look and feel is almost same even in your Eclipse as well. So this is kind of a tool. Okay, so we're not going to use GUI anymore for writing a CDS views. We need either HANA Studio or Eclipse. So here you have a different perspective. How we have a different transactions in SAP, the same way tool has a different perspective. If you're going to create a CDS view ABAP program, you need a ABAP perspective. If you want to do any HANA administrator level, so you need a HANA administrative perspective. And modeling, provisioning, so also it's coming under the HANA development. So you have different perspectives. So if you want to see what are the perspectives are available, so you can go here, window, and perspectives here. So these are the one which already opened, or there are some customized. You can save your perspective, reset your perspectives. Okay, this is the one recently opened. So you can say click other, you're able to see all different perspective. One of the perspectives is a debug. For a debug, you need to open another perspective. So here you have ABAP connection, ABAP modeling, provisioning. Here Java browsing. So because you can create a UI5 script or Java based applications. Everything is possible in HANA Studio as well as in Eclipse. So that's why you have a different perspectives over here. So most of the perspectives which we are using is ABAP or HANA development. Okay, so here it's either it's an ABAP or it's going to be HANA development. You can have HANA modeler, especially for the HANA modeling, and HANA administrative. This is especially to see or monitor your HANA system. Okay, so we'll see one by one. And so now I'm going to select the ABAP perspective. Just click open. I think currently I'm in ABAP perspective. So here you are able to see what are the perspective currently you are in. You can switch. Okay, these are recently open. You can switch. Suppose if you want to switch, want to go to HANA Administrative Console. Yes, it will take me to the HANA Administrative Console. So this is the HANA DB system. Okay, so where you can do the modeling, HANA modeling or HANA provisioning, creating the table, maintain the data. So everything is available in this HANA administrative perspective. So here this is a one of the way to add a system. Okay, suppose you have a different system, development, quality, production, pre-productions, or different servers, depends on the client requirements. So if that is the case, you need to manage everything under one studio, HANA Studio. So you have to use add systems. Then it will ask what is the system credentials. Obviously, you come to know from your basis team what is the host name, instance number, user ID, and password. So it's simple to add it in your HANA system, HANA Studio. So this is a one way. So another way is yeah, let me log in and I'll show you this. Yep. So I logged in. So these are the things. So you have a catalog, content, and provisioning and security. Okay. So you can expand the catalog, sorry, expand the content to see the package. Under the package you have the different views, you have attribute, analytical calculation, and you can open a catalog. It has a table and table contents. Okay, so we'll see this in a different area because now we are focusing on CDS views. So these are the overview of HANA Studio. So now I need to switch the perspective because for CDS views I need a ABAP perspective, not the HANA administrator console. So I'm going to switch. And while creating here, so what now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a project. Okay, so here this is the first option. What kind of project you want? I'm going to create a ABAP project. This already I created. ABAP project is nothing but you're going to include the system name. So here if I click here ABAP project, these are one-time activities. Click ABAP project, it will ask what are the systems. These are systems available based on your SAP logon. It automatically pulled what are the systems currently available. So you can select which system you want to be added in your HANA Studio and click next. It will ask what is the credentials. So if you give the logon credentials, it will be added in your system. Okay, so I the same way I have already added my system over here A4H underscore 400. Clear? And and one more thing. Now, if you newly add a HANA Studio on Eclipse, you are not able to find few perspective which is relevant for SAP, especially ABAP perspective, HANA development, and those things. So for that, you have to install a software like it has a ABAP add-ons. Okay, kind of add-ons. We call it as ADT, ABAP development tool. So you have to add it by selecting the option here, install new software. Yes, install new software. So you have to give the URL. Mostly you can give on demand and hana.trial.com, I believe, slash neon oxygen. So different versions are available. So if you click, it will show you all the add-ons over here. I already done this for HANA Studio. Then you have to select it and click next, next, next. You have to install the software. Select the agreement, you have to accept the agreement and click finish. Then your HANA Studio or Eclipse is ready for starting the CDS views. Okay, so that is very important. Once you create HANA Studio or Eclipse, you need a ADT to be involved. If it is a mostly the client system, mostly that is involved. If it is not, you have to do it manually. Cancel this. So now I have a system and I have a local package and I don't have any favorite package. So now I'm going to create my own package over here. So let me create it. new create. So this is nothing but SE21 in your ECC transaction, right? The same way. So Z samples series. Okay, and okay, I think the name length is more. Okay, finish. It will take you to SE21 screen, I can say, and give the short description and save it and come out of that. So this is similar to SE21. Okay, CDS samples and continue. Okay, that's it. So yeah, this is mine. Just TR. Okay, this is done. So now I need to include this in my favorite package. So normally you have to do this, include a favorite package. Sorry, over here, add a package. If you have a different, because if in a client, in a project, you have a different packages they be used, especially for sales or submodels. You have different packages. PTP we have different, SEO we have different. So based on that, you have to add a package in your HANA Studio. So not all the SAP packages will reflect here. You have to add it. Only the local object is visible all the time. Okay. So this is also one-time activity. So I need to add whatever I have created so far. Just type it. It will come over here. Is a search window. Underscore samples. It's a little bit slow, might be because of the remote desktop. Otherwise, it's very fast. If you start typing first 4 characters, then you will come to know what other things are available. Just click OK. So it's added now. Okay. So now I'm going to create my first CDS view. So my package is ready. What I'm going to do is right click. So new. I'm going to create an object, maybe a web repository object, very detailed one. So that object does nothing but CDS views. Okay. So here after you install the ADT, this is going to be visible. Otherwise, it won't be visible in your search criteria. Okay, so if it's not visible, make sure the ADT is not updated properly, especially for a web perspective. So expand this and you have the 4 options over here, and the second option you have to choose data definition. So this will help you to create a CDS view. Just click next. And hereafter it's very simple, kind of a wizard. You have to give what is the name you want, what is the description you want, what is the package, what is the transport request, and finally you have to choose what type of template you want for your CDS view. So this is my first CDS description, first CDS view. Okay, then click next. I'm sorry, it's already exist. Okay, first CDS view. Okay, next, as the TR. It's not mandatory. If you saved in the local object, instead of creating a CDS view in your own package like Z Ganesh samples custom package, if you create a CDS under the local object where you are able to see here, under this, if you create a CDS, it won't ask a transport request. So here you have a different templates are available for your CDS view. Like it, you can create just a simple view, or you can create a view with join, or join view with association, with two parent association, with parameters, projection view, extend view. So these are just a templates. Even after selecting also you can change it, but if you want, you can select whatever template is required for you. Okay, and this is optional. You can click finish. Even if you not select, you will get an empty one. You can start working on it. You start writing your own code. Finish. Now it will open my CDS view, first CDS view. Okay, let me minimize this. I don't want this as well. Close it. Yep. So this is the template, or I can say editor, for your writing a CDS view. The people who new to CDS, so it's not like your ABAP editor, but it's look like a normal editor. You have a differentiate, you have different colors to differentiate the keywords and the normal parameter or user defined names. So here it's a kind of a purple color and it shows the keyword, so you come to know if you type something else is not in a purple, then that is not a keyword for you. Okay, and the first few lines are called annotations. The lines start with at symbols and light blue color or is nothing but the annotations. So time being, forget about the annotations. Okay, so these are going to support your entire CDS view and these are optionals. Not all annotations are optional, few annotations are optional. It depends on your requirement, you have to add it. I can say some enriching your data, so you can provide a data, you can give a data to your business, but they want some enriched data, you want to give some additional information. So this is some additional informations like text label you want to give. I want to give the currency name, currency unit of measure, and I want to give some additional information, tooltip. So those things, if you want, you can go ahead with the annotations. Apart from that, you want to enable your CDS view to can be consumed in a different applications like analysis for offers or word data service. For that also, annotation is going to be help you. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete because this is not required now. Okay, I'm going to delete the annotation which is not needed, but as I told, few annotations are mandatory at least for one CDS view. The first annotation is very important, like it's mandatory one. Okay, so it's nothing but SQL view name. So this is the one which is going to be reflect in your data dictionary and your SAP GUI, I can say. Okay, so I'm going to give a name. It could be Z or Y. So Z, let me say GUI. It's going to be the display over there like this. So first FCDS. Okay, so now make sure the name. Okay, the technically this is called entity name. Okay, this is a SQL view name and this is called entity name. Okay, simply called CDS view name also, but technical terms you should know, because once you start working on OData service and also you should know what is the entity name of your CDS. So this is the entity name. So make sure entity name and your view name should be different, otherwise you'll get a syntax error. Okay, so define view as the keyword and this is the name which I given in the wizard, and as select from. So data source, so the data source can be your table which is available in your HANA database, in your database. Otherwise it can be another existing view name. Okay, so only these two are possibles in the data source name, either table name or a view name. So now I go with Mara. Okay, and these two parentheses, so here you can see. Okay, I can just bring it down. Yeah, these two, inside these two is the place where you can display all the fields, whatever fields you want to display in your CDS view, whatever fields you want to use in your CDS view, or whatever data manipulations you have to do in your CDS view with your fields. So all those things are coming under these two parentheses. Okay, and before parentheses, here you have to mention all the joins, associations, okay, between your table or views, and those things are coming under coming before the parenthesis, before the open parenthesis. Okay, and after the close parenthesis, all the where conditions are coming under after the parenthesis. Okay, so double slash is the comment line, so this is not going to be executed, it's a comment line. Okay, so we'll see everything very detailed. Okay, so now inside I'm going to have only the fields. This is a simple CDS view. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have 3 or 4 fields. That is another way of kind of a tooltip you can see. So control space bar. Okay, I think I am remote. Yeah, it's working. Good. Control space bar, what happens? It will display all the fields of your data source. Here data source is Mara table, so it will display all the elements. Okay, if you select the first option, what happens is it will include all the fields. Okay, let me do it. Insert all elements, just double click, it will insert everything including your custom field as well from the Mara table. Okay, so let me control Z. So now I don't want all the fields, so I want one by one. This is actually sorted through in the ascending order. That's why it starts with A. Normally, Mara table first field is MA entity, second one is MATNR, but here it's started in the ascending order. So if you keep the cursor in any of the fields, you will come to know on the right hand side what is the name, what is the description, what could be the data type, and what are the field labels are available for this particular field. Okay, so now I want material. So another way to find out is you can start typing MAT, okay, then it'll display the relevant field for you. So I can say material, MATNR, and all the fields should be separated by comma. You can type in the same line, but actual the practice we used to type each field in the new lines. So I'm going to say MATKL. So if you can start typing, then you can press Control Spacebar. It will display those as well. Okay, MATKL, and what else I can add? Okay, this one, the weight I believe, and the last field you should not have a comma. Okay, and if there is any syntax issue, for example, I am adding a comma in the last field, it will show you a syntax immediately. No need to save or check. Whenever there is a syntax, immediately it will show you in a red color where is the actual issue. You can mouse over, it will show you syntax error in comma, system expected the following element, or you can keep the cursor here. This also will show you what is the error. Okay, otherwise here you have an option called problems. Okay, so there are one error, just click, it will show you what is the error. So syntax error, okay, and which line it is. So now I have to remove this. As I mentioned, the last field should not have any comma. Oh, sorry, just remove it. Okay, and save it. Control S, check and activate it. So here you have check, same like Control F2 and activate it. In the title, sorry, in the toolbar, you just see what is happening. Above check and activate, and just click activate. It will come here. Activate is going, and here it's saying activate finished with warnings. Okay, we'll see those things. So now my CDS was activated successfully. You can execute it. So here this is the option to execute. Okay, run as execute, and I'm just executing through above application, and click OK. It will display the data from your HANA table. So this is the output. Basically it shows only 100 rows. You can increase the rows over here, and these are the fields or content. And if you want to see some filters, so if you want to play around with some filters, so you can have filters over here, and you can have a number of entries, and click here number of entries. So 1200 records are available. Suppose I want to have filter for MATKL, and I want MATKL is only L004, and press enter. So it shows only 27 rows. So it depends on here this filter. You have an option like equal, not equal, lower, greater than, like, not like. So many options are available. You can have more than one filter as well. Suppose you want a filter based on this field, so right click here, you can say quick filter. So then this field is going to the filter option, and along with the value, which value you right click, and the same value is going to be added over here. Okay, so I can say okay, not equal to this material, you can have it. Okay, so now you can have number of entries, and you can say SQL console, you can see how the code is actually written in the database. Okay, so it shows these are for the learning purpose. You can go ahead for complex scenarios how it is actually written in the backend. Okay, so this is the way it got returned. Okay, so now so it opens in a new tab. So this is my view, and this is my output of that particular series view. Okay, so now I will show you this in SE11 and SE38. So this is the system, the same system I have added in the HANA Studio, and here go to SE11, and make sure you have to give the SQL view name. Here it is. Okay, this is actually entity name. So this you are not able to access, especially in SE11 and SE38. Maybe I can say inside the SAP editor. So, but this is going to be used, and suppose you want to call the same view in another view, another table function, or in analysis for access, Lumira, Fiori, then you have to give this name, not this one. Okay. So SQL view name is especially for ABAP editors. Like it could be 11 or 38, SE37, whatever it is. Just click paste it, click display. Here you're able to see generated DTSQL views are only supported in limited way by SE11. Yes, you're not able to change it, okay, because this is generated in your Eclipse, and you're not able to do any changes or modification in SE11. And here they mention very clearly what is the DDL source name, nothing but entity name, and these are the fields which we have used, and tables we used only one, Mara. Okay. So this is the way you can see the SE11 option. You can see the content as well. So execute is just a view. So how you execute a view in SE11, or how you access a normal projection database view in SE38, same way you can go ahead with that. So almost 1200 entries are there, right? The same thing comes here. Yes. Then execute here. Okay. And now I'll show you how to call this view in SE38 program. So let me give the name CGI call CDS. Call CDS view executable and save it. So let me go with local object here. And once the view is ready, just consider that as just a table, just for your reference. Okay. So how you write a code for table? So select start from. I already copied this view into table. I believe the people you are good with inline declaration, so I'm going to follow the same at into table spelling wrong, that's okay, and METER material details. Okay, you can have where conditions as well if you want, just a view, right? So okay, so let me have a breakpoint, activate it, execute this, you'll get the same 1200 materials in your internal table. So material details, yes, you have 1285 materials. So you can have while conditions if you want, like where MATKL is equal to L004. Okay, so activate it and execute. You will get probably 20 plus entries based on your MATKL value L004. So hope this is quite easy for the people who really wants to learn CDS. So the same way I will go and explain the other way of writing a CDS, like CDS with input parameters, and how to call the same in SE38. So I think you and in video one I showed what are the things I'm going to cover in CDS. So the same fashion I just explain all the possibilities in the CDS level as well. Okay, so thank you so much for your time. See you in the next video.